Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chanrel. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to be doing an update for my Project Pan 2020. This is a collaborative project pan. It was started by Kat and Hailey. I will link them down below. This is a rolling style, full face project pan, although they did say that if you want to change it up however you want to, go ahead and do that. So I have kind of tweaked it a little bit, but I've been having a lot of success so far with this project pan and I've really been enjoying it, and I do have some empties, especially skincare empties, but I do have some one makeup empty and otherwise some really good progress to share. Excuse my kitty here. They always get interested when I set up the camera. They like the tripod. But let's get started on those makeup items so I can show you my progress. I always like to start with primer. So I've been working on this Wet n Wild Photo Focus matte primer. I didn't use it much. I've been consistently having trouble using this particular product, but I did use it some. So there is some progress that I'm showing. And let's see, last time I was at about 23 grams, but I just purchased a better scale. So now everything is has a better weight, a more precise weight, I should say. And it's at 21.83 grams now. So there is some usage there, not as much as I would like, but we'll keep plugging along on this guy, especially as the weather starts to warm up. I'll be using this more often. Next, we have my Revlon primer. This is a primer that's more for pore filling, whereas the other one is mattifying. And I do like using them in conjunction, and I really like this. This is one of those products though where I had a feeling where if I didn't put it in a project, it's basically new, I've had it for quite a while, that I just would not use it. So I have been using it some. I would probably use it more often if I was actually going somewhere. You know, I haven't been so much, but I did use it some. Last time it was at 93 grams and now it measured at 92.62 grams. So a small, not even a full gram of progress, but there is progress and I can actually start seeing some window here at the top. So it is finally showing some progress. My Misha BB cream, I love this stuff. I did not put this in this panning project because I wanted to use it up quickly, more like I just want to track how long specifically it takes me to use it up, because I do like this. I have a feeling when I finish it, I will probably repurchase it. I feel like for the price, this is awesome. It's a great product. Last time I was at 77 grams and now I'm at 73.45 grams. We come to my Coty powder. This powder is the whole reason I bought a new scale. Because every time I weighed it, it showed like no changes whatsoever. This time I was able to see some changes. However, this past month or so, I feel like my skin's actually been showing more dryness, more texture. Usually I'm more oily, so I really backed off from the powder, but I'm still showing some progress. Last time I was at 117 grams, and now I'm at 116.27 grams. So less than a full gram, but still progress. I've been working on this Pixie Glow Mist Spray. This is the one that has like the oil on the top. You have to shake it up to mix it up. So obviously I was here last time and now I am there. That is not nearly as much progress as I usually make, and I think it's because I have backed off from using the powder. Oops, sorry, I kicked the tripod. I don't usually feel the need to use a ton of facial spray if I'm not actually using powder. I'm pretty dewy kind of on my own usually, and this does add the dew. In fact, this is my last spray, and I feel like pretty soon I'm gonna have to buy a more mattifying one for summer and shelve this one for fall and winter again, but we'll see how that goes. Morphe Eye Primer, I've made progress. Last time it was at 14 grams and now it's at 13.4 grams. So once again, less than a full gram, but I do use this consistently when I wear eyeshadow, so I'm happy. I know I'm making progress on it. I can feel it's starting to finally be about. Next, I have a lipstick to talk about. This is one from Lancome. This is one of their color design cream lipsticks, and this is just called Pale Lip. As you can see, it is a very pale pink nude, and I'm wearing it today, and I really enjoy this. Now, I didn't like measure this on a piece of paper. I had a feeling that it would kind of be, it wouldn't show much, despite the fact that I have been wearing it. I did, however, mark down usage. So the past month, I used it 14 times, which I can tell you is probably more than I've used it in the entire past year alone. So even though it's not showing like any progress, like when I look at it in pictures, it has been getting used. So I feel good about that. This is another product where, yes, I do eventually want to get through it, but I'm not feeling like I need to hurry up and finish this. Like, it's not going bad or anything. It's just an older lipstick in my collection that I want to make sure I use before it goes bad. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to just track usage, but I have a feeling after using it 14 times and it looking exactly the same that this is going to take me a very long time to pan. Next up, a lip gloss. This is one of the Ofra lip glosses in the shade Love, and this is a little squeezy tube. I marked it here where I was last time, and I have been using it, but it looks exactly the same, and it's because it's clinging up to the top right there. But if I look down in there, I can see it's probably down to about here. This is another product that is taking me longer to use up than I thought it would. Despite consistent use, I've really been using it. Every time I walk by my dresser, I feel like I'm swiping more of this on. So I have been using it consistently, but it's taking quite a while to get through. I will, however, keep plugging on with this. Now we come to my One Makeup Empty. This is the Catrice Concealer. I am so happy to say that this is pretty much done. In order to get anything out, I have to scrape it like this, and if I took the stopper out, I would be able to get this little bit here that is still in the bottom, and I probably will continue to use it for maybe like a week after this video just to make sure that I get out as much as possible, but it's pretty much empty, and I'm honestly not sure what to do at this point. I really wanted to buy a potted concealer because I don't typically use concealer for the under eyes. I'm usually using it for, you know, blemishes. And I have heard that cream pot concealers are much better for concealing that than a liquid one like this, just because these would dry down more. I can show more texture, whereas a pot one stays creamy and therefore won't dry down and look crusty. You know what I mean? If anyone has a recommendation for a good cream concealer that I can use, or foundation that can be used as concealer. Jamie French gave me a really good one. She told me the Cover FX cream foundation, and I was all excited when I went to Sephora to like on the website because it's on sale right now. It's like half price or something, or close to half price, but there's only a few shades left and all of them are way too dark for me, so that was a big bummer. So anyhow, that was a very long-winded way of saying that I really do need one. So if anyone can let me know, maybe one that's cheaper than the Cover FX one, that would be good. But I am going to put in another liquid concealer into this project. I actually only have one left. This is just a sample size of the IT Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Fair. So it's very light, actually. And I know from just the couple times that I've used this that it takes a very, very, very tiny amount. We're talking like a tiny dot on the back of your hand, and that it's pretty thick. It's really almost like a skincare product as well, but you can see how light it is. So we'll see if it really covers anything for me, although it blended in pretty nice. Well, you can kind of see where it is. I feel like on my face it'll be more lightening than anything else, but I'm gonna try this in the project. If I find that it just is too light for me, I'll have to take it out at the next update. But that's exciting to be done with that concealer and move on to a new one. Now we have an eye pencil. This little guy is getting shorter and shorter very quickly lately. I had just sharpened it yesterday, and so it's got a nice pointy end on it, but this is the Illamasqua coloring eye pencil in the shade Honor. It is a dark brown, and I use it pretty much every single day. In fact, there have been days when I haven't worn mascara where I will just use this, and I don't put it in my waterline. I always use it in, oh gosh, why can't I think of what it's called? Under your lashes, tight lining. I always tight line with this every day, and I really like how it looks. My little piece of paper, excuse the little smear there, but this is where it was last month, and this is where it is this month. So the progress has been steady, and it's actually starting to get difficult to sharpen this, which is exciting to me. I have other eyeliners that I also would like to use up, but I will continue to use this until I can't sharpen it anymore. Maybe this next month will finish it. We'll hope so. Okay, now for a hair product, I've been using this Aveda Damage Remedy Hair Repair. I use it every day as like a leave-in conditioner, just a tiny bit though, otherwise it makes my hair greasy and limp looking. Last time I was at 104 grams, and this time at 101.11 grams. So I did use up about 3 grams of product. Body lotion, I used up this massive Humankind Skincare with a Conscience Body Souffle. This surprised me. I thought I had a lot more left in there. One day, it was gone, which was very exciting, and it just shows me that when you consistently use even a big product like this, how quickly you can get through it. So I was really happy about that because I have a lot of body conditioning products to use up. So after that was done, I decided to actually move on to a body oil. This is one from Pistache, someone tell me if that's the right way to say that. Pistache Skincare, Pistache? I don't know. Skincare, this is in the scent Pistachio in Rose Divine Beauty Oil, and oh, this is glorious. I wasn't too sure about the rose. Rose is not my favorite scent, but it's not too strong, and mixed with that pistachio, it's so lovely. It sinks into the skin so wonderfully too. I just love this. But anyhow, when I first started it, it was pretty much new. It was all the way up here, kind of level with the paper here. Now when I hold it up to the light, I can see that it's about right there. This will last me a little while yet, but I'm really enjoying it. I also decided to throw in a hand cream because I was kind of using that body lotion also as a hand cream, and I have a bunch of hand creams to use up. So here's one from Ahava. This is the Dead Sea Water Mineral Hand Cream in the scent Sea Kissed. This is about where it is right now, and when I started it, it was brand new, and I didn't mark it, unfortunately. I think it was more kind of like up here, but I did weigh it. Last time when I put it in the project, it was at 44 grams, and now it's at 38.16 grams. So I've been making steady progress on this. Next, we come to my cleansing balm. Right now I'm using up the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. This is one I would happily repurchase. I really like the scent. I really like how it works. Oh, I love it. It just smells so good, and I am getting down in there. Last time it weighed up at 129 grams, and now it's at 100.85 grams. So using this consistently, I've been working my way through it. It does irritate my eyes like every other balm. Like, I have yet to figure out a way to not have a balm or cleansing oil irritate my eyes. If you have a tip for that, let me know. Sunscreen that I've been working on. I am still working on this massive La Roche-Posay. This was a really good purchase. It was kind of an expensive sunscreen purchase, and I thought, man, maybe I don't want to spend that much money, but this has lasted me a long time, and it's down the bottom now. Last time it weighed up at 67 grams, and now it's at 45.91 grams. This is almost empty, and I might have to buy more sunscreen once I'm done with this one. I have another one I want to use, but it leaves a severe white cast, so I might need to buy a different one. But in the meantime, I will definitely work on finishing this one up. Now, since I mentioned that my skin has been a little more dry, I really backed off using my clay mask that I have in this project, so I still have some of this left. This is the Innisfree Pore Clearing Clay Mask with volcanic clusters, and you can see I am way down there in the bottom now. I really enjoy this, but it's strong enough that, you don't, I would say a max of once a week, even with oily skin. Although I suppose if you have really oily skin, you could use it once every few days. But I only use this once or twice this month, but I did make progress. So last time it was at 23 grams, and now it's at 21.17 grams. I also gave myself the goal of using up 4 sheet masks a month, and I did do that. I used up this one from One Skin, this one from Tula, and then I used 2 eye masks from Black. So that was a success. I'm happy to be working through my eye masks. I tend to, they collect up for some reason. And I think it's because I used to use them way more often. Like, we're talking almost every day I used them that much. So it was okay that I continued to buy them. But then my skin had a freak out. Like, I think I was just putting too much on my skin, and I backed off using them, and I got more in subscription boxes, and they kind of piled up. So now I have a lot to go through. So anyway, I'm happy I did that. And I'm both excited and so sad to say that I finished off my Shiseido Ibuki Refining Moisturizer. It's sad because I believe this is discontinued and I cannot find it anywhere. It's also sad because my skin loves this stuff, and I can tell you that after I finished it, my skin has not been as happy. I've been breaking out way more. I even took a picture of the ingredient list to figure out what in the world is in this that my skin likes so much. I didn't see anything special. I really don't know. But if anyone has a dupe for this, please tell me. Because, I just loved it so much. But once I finished this up, before I started another full-size moisturizer, I had several sample sizes that I really wanted to get out of my bathroom that were just cluttering up the area. So I did work on some samples. The first 2 that I used up were these little Olay samples. This is the Whip moisturizer, and this is the Retinol 24. These actually lasted a lot longer than you think they would. They're tiny little samples, but the cream went quite a ways, and I actually really like these. If I didn't have other moisturizers to use up and others I want to try, I would consider actually purchasing these. I really like these. I think they're a really nice drugstore moisturizer. So I finished those up. Then after that, I moved on to this little Tatcha water cream. So this one, I just started using, I think last night actually. Those little Olay ones lasted quite a while. So I've got quite a bit of this left. And so right now I weighed it in at 27.39 grams. We'll see where it is next month. I'm hoping by then I've used it up, or am I not? Sometimes it's amazing how these little containers will last you way longer than you think they will. Next up, we have my eye cream. I finished off this little CeraVe eye repair cream. This lasted, again, a lot longer than I imagined it would. I don't have another eye cream to put in its place. I'll just use moisturizer. All right, I believe that is everything. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me as I go over my project pan. Let me know how your project pan is going. I'm rooting for everyone. It's such a fun way to get use of your products and to enjoy it at the same time. I tend to be the type of person where if I don't like something, I don't make myself use it up. I tend to just get rid of it. I like to use things that I like. So anyhow, guys, thanks again so much. I hope you're having a good day. Everyone stay safe and healthy, and we will see you next time. Bye.